Felipe Calderon became president of Mexico and started cracking down on drug trafficking. And since his election, 47,515 people have died due to drug use. Today I'll be introducing to you a man responsible for some of these deaths. His name is Joaquin Guzman Loera, also known as El Chapo de Sinaloa. I've been researching him for the last week, and over the years I've seen many stories of him on the news. And I'm pretty sure many of you have heard of all the bad stuff happening in Mexico right now, all the kidnapping, holding for ransom, and just murders everywhere, every day practically. And I'll be talking today about his childhood, how he got started, about how he got arrested but escaped, how he is on America's Most Wanted list now, how he made it to our Forbes list, which is the list of rich people, and how he has 2 recently born babies here in the United States. Guzman Loera was born on April 4th, 1957. He was born to a poor family, to the rural town of La Tuna, Guanajuato, in Mexico. That's him, right? He was born to a poor family. He had an abusive father when he was small. When he was about 10 or 11, his father kicked him out of the house. And it is said by people that know him, they don't know for sure, but it is said that he survived over the years by selling oranges on the streets of Mexico. And he began his career in the drug trade being partner of El Padrino, or El Godfather. His name is Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo. He was once head of Mexico's most powerful cartel. El Chapo founded his cartel in 1980 and quickly established posts in 17 of Mexico's states. After Gallardo's, his partner's arrest in 1989, he inherited some of his territory also. He established notorious groups known as Los Chachos, Los Negros, Los Texas, and Los Lobos. And these groups are suspected of committing more than 1,000 killings, and also the killing of a rival drug trafficker named Rodolfo Carrillo. These are some of his men right here that have been arrested. As you can see, they have armor, they've got weapons, they've got rocket launchers, they got everything. It seems like they're more equipped than our army. I don't know how they got all these weapons, but they have everything. The next point is he was arrested in 1993 for murder charges in Guatemala, but then he was transferred to a prison in Mexico. This is him when they captured him. He was sentenced to 20 years and 9 months in prison for charges of drug trafficking and criminal association and bribery. He finally ended up in a Mexican security prison in Jalisco, Mexico, where he was charged with 3 crimes: for possession of firearms, drug trafficking, and the murder of a Cardinal, Juan Jesus Posadas Ocampos, but that charge was later dropped by another judge. Through time, he ended up having guards on his payroll. He lasted almost 8 years there. In 2001, he had a plan where a guard opened his cell door. He hopped into a laundry cart and was passed through every security door and passed right through the front door into a laundry cart truck and escaped there. That plan cost him $2.5 million to pay off every guard. There were 61 guards involved in his escape, and all 61 were charged for helping him escape. Not only is he the most wanted in Mexico, he is also now the most wanted here in the United States. Now that Osama bin Laden is gone, he is number 1 most wanted in America. He is known for using sophisticated tunnels in Douglas, Arizona. He got caught smuggling 7.3 tons of cocaine in cans of chili peppers through this tunnel. Here's Douglas, Arizona. This is where he had his tunnel. All this here territory inside is his territory. And as you can see, he traffics, which is all drug traffic. The black arrows, he does all drugs. This is all him right here. He is responsible for more deaths now than Osama bin Laden. Then this year is what makes him wanted here in the United States because of that 7.3 tons of cocaine they caught in Arizona. Not only is he one of the most wanted men in America, but he has also somehow made it to our Forbes list, which is a list of all the billionaires in the world. He is number 55 out of 70 of most powerful men in the world. His net worth on the Forbes website is $1 billion and growing, and his source of wealth says drug trafficking and suffering. He has made his money over the years. He hasn't been seen since his escape, but somehow he is just staying out there and making a lot of money, doing a lot of hostaging, selling drugs. His main thing is selling drugs. And not only is he in Mexico, but his former wife now, which they believe is his third or fourth wife, is Emma Coronel, which is a U.S. citizen. She is a former beauty queen, and she married Guzman in 2007 when she had turned 18. And recently, in August of 2011, she gave birth to two baby girls in Lancaster, Los Angeles, one of the hospitals in Lancaster, Los Angeles. And she gave birth. They say she did not sign where the father on the birth certificate, but they say it was his because they knew of the wedding that she had. And in July of 2011, she came back to the United States, and then August she gave birth to her kids. And then 3 months later, she went back to Mexico. And she hasn't been seen since either. She just wanted her kids to have citizenships. And this is her right here. It is said that Coronel caught Guzman's eye for the first time when she was doing the beauty contest. He made his interest known, and she was crowned queen of the pageant because of him. And he married her a few months later after that. Today I've talked to you a little of his childhood and how he became who he is. Talked to you about how he's America's most wanted, how he's on the Forbes list and all this. And I hope this helps you understand a little better of who Joaquin Guzman Lara is.
Kyle wasn't here, so I guess I'm going to be jumping in right immediately. I like the attention device. You identify the topic very quickly. You give us a reason to pay attention to it. That statistic about the number of people who have been murdered in the last few years since the election of the president down there and the drug wars that are going on, I think, is a stark reminder about how important a figure this guy is in the world and in Mexico. So that gives us a good reason to talk about it. Sometimes the things that you talk about are interesting, but I'm not sure that they add much to why we're talking about this guy. The problem with biographical speeches is that they often end up covering material about somebody that is not of significant importance. For instance, where he's born or that he sold oranges on the street, those things might be interesting if we were getting a full biography. But the reason that this person